And that was our national anthem as you are watching Vermillion Tanager Baseball as they take on Beresford Alcester-Hudson Black Sox from Beresford, South Dakota. My name is Michael Schumacher, and this is on Vermillion Streaming. Let's go over the starting lineups. First for Beresford Alcester-Hudson. Batting first, playing short, Ashton Oberle. Batting second and catching, Robert Watkins. Batting third in left field, Jax Fickbaum. Batting cleanup in right field, Jace Adams. In center field, batting fifth, Don Van Egden. In second, Ian Henderson. Third base, Joe Anderson. Pitcher, Kason Voss. And designated hitter, Jax Worth. Extra hitter, Nelson Coop Nelson.
Ever since he and his wife retired from the Army around 7 years ago. Eli is a volunteer firefighter, captain of the paramedic crew in Beresford, current city council member of Beresford, and has been guiding force in BBSA and PRCE in our community and in many other areas. Eli is always willing to help and volunteer, and we would like him to know that does not go unnoticed. We appreciate all you do for Beresford and for the surrounding communities. Thank you. Eli was recently elected to be the mayor of Beresford and will take over as mayor on May 6th. We are excited for him and the future of our community. Today we honor him and his family by having him throw out the first pitch of the game to his son and current varsity player, Benjamin Tripp Seeley. In attendance with Eli is his wife Dawn, son Tripp, and daughter Julian.
And the first pitch is being thrown out by Mayor-elect Eli Seeley, who's a volunteer coach for the Beresford Alcester-Hudson team. Veteran, retired about 7 years ago. Throwing out the first pitch to his son, Tripp, who is on the team. Perfect strike. And that is a great way to get it started.
Thank you.
So we're getting ready for a beautiful night of baseball here in Beresford. Again, I'm Michael Schumacher. This is Vermillion Tanager Baseball on Vermillion Streaming on YouTube. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for Vermillion. Connor Peterson at short, leading off. Center field, Mikey Robe. Pitching and batting third, Tate Haig. Batting cleanup at second, Trey Hansen. Batting fifth, third baseman, Carter Hansen. Batting sixth, Connor Rohrig. Playing left field. At first, Jack Moskowitz. Designated hitters, Carson Preister. Catching is Nolan Nygren, and pitching, Hayden Christofferson. So after a number of fits and starts, I've tried to do a number of games and been prepared, and they've been canceled. Earlier while I was here, I saw the Beresford Alcester-Hudson players having to do a little maintenance out there as they were brooming off and sweeping off and blow drying, taking a leaf blower out there in the outfield, trying to get as much water out of there as possible, just so we can get a game in. So again, finishing up with his warm-up pitches is Kason Voss for Beresford Alcester-Hudson. They are the Black Sox, this co-op. There's the throw down to second, and we are getting ready to go. So again, this is Tanager Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank for over 150 years, serving the needs of their customers.
On the bump for the Black Sox, number 56, Kason Voss, catching number 24, Robert Watkins. All
right, up first for Vermillion, it's Connor Peterson, and here's the first pitch of the game. That is in for a strike, 0-1.
Number 1, Connor Peterson for the Tanagers.
Oh, that one's outside in the dirt, 1-1. That ball is lifted out into center field, going back, and over the head, just off the tip of the glove, and Connor Peterson will be in with a double.
Off the bat, number 5, Mikey Robe.
Brings up Mikey Robe. So now with a runner on second, nobody down. Vermillion looking to rebound from that loss at Dakota Valley last night. Here's the pitch from Voss. That's grounded down to third. Bobbled there. Looked the runner back to second. And the first baseman is able to make the stretch for the out. So that'll be the first out of the game on a 5-3 putout. As Peterson stays at second. Brings up pitcher Tate Haig. Pitch is outside, 1-0. Peterson getting a healthy lead off of second. Here's the pitch home. Bobbled a little bit, enough for Peterson to make a break for third, and just ahead of the throw. Not by as much as I think Peterson would have liked, but still makes it. Count is 2-0. Now with a runner at third and one down here in the top half of the first inning. As Watkins goes out to talk to his pitcher. Takes the ball out there. So here's the 2-0 pitch to Tate Haig. On deck, second baseman Trey Hansen. That's in for a strike. 2-1. So Vermillion hoping to strike first here. Runner at third and for Connor Peterson. That pitch is in for strike two. Evens the count at 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Voss. Oh, that gets past the catcher. That was ball three, and Peterson will come home, and he is in safely. We now have a full count with Vermillion on board first, 1-0. Here's the payoff pitch. That is low for ball four. Haig will be aboard with a base on balls. Brings up second baseman Trey Hansen on deck. Third baseman Carter Hansen. And yes, if you're wondering, they are brothers. There's a throw over to first, not in time. So we will be having both softball and baseball action tomorrow, as both teams are in Vermillion, starting around 5:30. Vermillion baseball playing Freeman Canastota, Vermillion softball playing Madison. That pitch is in for a strike, 0-1. Both of those will be available on Vermillion streaming on YouTube. Proud to be the provider for Vermillion Athletics. That ball gets past the catcher, and Haig will make it down to second. So count is 1-1. Now runner at second, one down here in the top half of the first. Vermillion off to a 1-0 lead. Voss looks back at second. Here's the delivery. And that is low. Good stop by the catcher, Watkins. Count is 2-1. Voss just looking to settle down just a little bit. He's given Watkins a bit of a workout back there. Just hoping to get out of this inning. That pitch is in for a strike. 2-2 to Trey Hansen. Again, Carter Hansen playing third base on deck. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, runner on second. Fouled off. Count remains 2-2. That pitch is out of the zone. 3-2. Another full count for Voss. So here will be the payoff pitch. Assume that Haig will be running. That ball's laced right back up the middle, over to second. Second, over to first for the second out of the inning. Haig will advance to third on the sacrifice. So now 2 down.
Bat number 35, Carter Hansen.
Brings up third baseman Carter Hansen. At first pitch is high, 1-0. Ball 2-0. And I believe it's Ryan Chapman now on third base running for Haig. Here's the 2-0 pitch, little high, 3-0. So here's the 3-0 pitch, runner on third. That is a 4-pitch walk to Carter Hansen. So now runners on the corners, first and third for left fielder Connor Rohrig. So Rohrig steps into the box. On deck, number 7, first baseman Jack Moskowitz. A pitch in for a strike, 0-1. Carter Hansen does make it down to second. The runner at third, that's almost a given. Here's the windup and the pitch. Voss's second pitch to Rohrig is in for a strike, 0-2. Pitch is fouled off. Count remains 0-2. So Voss is hoping to get out of this inning, just giving up the 1 run. They have 2 down. Runners on second and third. 1 hit, giving up 2 walks. Feels like Voss has settled down a little bit. Here's the pitch. Ooh, and that is high. 1-2. That evens the count at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. This is another full count. 3-2 to Connor Rohrig. So runners will be going. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down here in the top half of the first. Vermillion in Beresford against Beresford, Alcester-Hudson. That pitch is in for a called strike 3. Connor Rohrig disagrees. And the umpire, I don't know that he cares. So, in the inning, 1 run, 1 hit, no errors and 2 left on. At the end of half an inning, it's Vermillion 1, Beresford, Alcester-Hudson coming up. We'll be back after these messages on Vermillion Streaming on YouTube.
Safe means you're sort of protecting yourself. My mom and dad told me how to be safe. It's like super duper important. Hold a grown-up's hands. Put a helmet on because you might hurt your head super duper bad.
Protect their future by protecting yours with your local State Farm agent, Dick Sunday. Best Ready Mix and Equipment is your locally owned and operated ready mix company. The Oshkosh front discharge mixers allow for easy placement of concrete, and with the 6-wheel drive and low-range transfer case, they're nearly unstoppable. More of a do-it-yourself fan? Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment is teaming up with Clark's Rentals in Yankton, bringing you a wide range of hand tools, mini excavators, skid steers, aerial lift equipment, and more to get the job done. Choose Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment for all your concrete needs, and Clark's Rentals, your rental equipment headquarters.
Blaine Olson, owner of Blaine's Body Shop in Vermillion. I grew up here, graduated here, and now have a business here. I'm proud to serve the community that has helped me live this dream. I have top-notch equipment, the latest in training, along with a work ethic and the desire to serve you. Should you need repairs in the future, please remember Blaine's Body Shop across from Polaris on the Highway 50 bypass in Vermillion.
Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Now online at blainesbodyshop.com.
Welcome back to Tanagers Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher, the voice of the Tanagers. And in case you're wondering, no, Vermillion baseball is not a sanctioned sport as of yet. It is being discussed, and I think that will eventually happen. But we are here in the bottom half of the first inning, as pitching for Vermillion is Tate Haig. He reached in the first inning. He reached in the top of the inning on a base on balls. His first pitch to Ashton Oberly is a ball. 1-0 is the count. Ashton Oberly, Robert Watkins, and Jax Fickbaum will be the batters this inning for Beresford, Alcester-Hudson. So a swing and a miss, so a strike one. 1-1 is the count. Here's the pitch. That's in for a strike. 1-2 on Oberly. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Haig. That ball is he reaches out, gets it. Carter Hansen is unable to make the play at third. He would have had to make a great play anyhow. So that is a single for Ashton Oberly. Carter Hansen would have had to make an absolutely perfect play on that. Had to barehand it to even try to have time. So that brings up catcher Robert Watkins. First pitch is low and outside. 1-0. That ball is lifted high. Coming underneath is Haig making the catch for the first out of the inning.
Number 7, Jax Fickbaum up the bat.
So runner remains at first in the form of Ashton Oberly. Brings up left fielder Jax Fickbaum now with one down. Brings up on deck is right fielder Jace Adams. First pitch is low, 1-0. So again, we will have both Vermillion baseball and softball on Vermillion streaming tomorrow, and then baseball doubleheader on Sunday. That ball is bunted down the third base line. Ooh, just had the right amount of spin. Otherwise, that thing looked perfect. 1-1 is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on here in the bottom half of the first. There's the throw over to first. Nope, not in time. Count remains 1-1. Beautiful night for baseball out here. Tate comes home. That's in for a strike. 1-2 now on Fickbaum. So Ashton Oberle gets his lead off of first. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jax Fickbaum. Swing and a miss. Was a dropped third strike, so the runner does advance. That is the second out of the inning. That brings up right fielder Jace Adams. I believe I don't have it in front of me, but I believe our amateur baseball coverage will also start here in about a week. I think on the 11th. 11th doesn't sound right because that'd be a Saturday. Well, we'll figure it out. It might be the 16th or something. But we're going to be bringing you South Central League Baseball again this year on KVTK Radio and KVHT Radio. Pitches in for a ball to Jace Adams, 1-0. There's a throw over to second. That makes it out into the outfield. No, not quite into the outfield. Will that be enough? Nope. Stays at second. That throw bounced a little bit off the base. So 1-0 to Adams. 2 down. Swing and a miss. Strike 1, 1-1. 2-1. I missed a ball there. All right. 2-1 is the count. 2 down. Runner on second. That pitch is in for a strike. 2-2. On deck is center fielder Don Van Egden. That ball is laced down the third baseline. Foul. Count remains 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 down here in the bottom half of the first. Here's the pitch. That is high. Full count. We've had a number of full counts today. Fouled off.
Foul ball. Take off foul balls for the concession stand.
So full count. Here's the payoff pitch. That is high. Ball 4. Now runners at first and second.
Off the bat, double 7, down Van Egden.
First pitch to Dom Van Egdem. Number 77 is a strike. 0-1. Swing and miss. Strike 2. 0-2. So Haig has 19 pitches already this inning. Fouled off. Count remains 0-2. On deck, second baseman Ian Henderson. Haig looks back at second. Here comes home. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that will be it.
Well, on the one, it's the Tanagers 1.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors at the end of 1 inning. Vermillion 1, Beresford, Alcester-Hudson, nothing. We'll be back with the second inning after these messages on Vermillion Streaming on YouTube.
Need a new set of tires? Look to Carlson's Body Shop in Beresford. How about some accessories like WeatherTech floor mats, Access roll-up truck covers, bed liners, remote car starters, and thousands of other products. Hey, you can look at everything at your convenience online too at carlsonsbodyshop.com. No wonder the song says,
Bring it down to Carlson's Body Shop, your complete car care center.
Clay County Abstract and Title Company has a complex job that boils down to something very simple: helping you purchase your dream with confidence. When investing in a new home, a new site for your business, or piece of property, you want peace of mind that the property is truly yours. Clay County Abstract and Title Company has been doing just that since 1946. Clay County Abstract and Title Company, proud supporters of Vermillion activities and proud to be a part of your dreams come true.
Welcome back to Tanager Baseball, brought to you by Vermillion Streaming on YouTube and First Dakota National Bank on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. Vermillion leads Beresford, Alcester-Hudson 1-0. Batting this inning for Vermillion will be first baseman Jack Moskowitz, designated hitter Carson Preister, and catcher Nolan Nygren. Kason Voss is the pitcher for Beresford, Alcester-Hudson. Voss works from the stretch. First pitch in is a ball, 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That ball is ripped down the first base line. Foul. Moves the count to 1-1. That pitch is outside, 2-1. Ball is lifted high and out of play, 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to the first batter of the inning, Jack Moskowitz. That pitch is in for a called third strike. That'll be the first out of the inning.
Now the bat, number 15, Carson Preister.
So that brings up Carson. Designated hitter, number 15. 1 down, nobody on. Ooh, that one is high. 1-0. So 1-0 count. Nobody on. Voss looks in. Here comes home. That is high. 2-0. That pitch is inside, 3-0. That is in there for a strike, 3-1. As Voss is looking to settle down just a little bit. 1 down here in the top half of the second. That pitch is high, and Preister's aboard on base on balls. That brings up catcher Nolan Nygren. On deck, the top of the order, and Connor Peterson. Throw over to first, not in time. Reister gets in safely. Nygren looks down to third to get the signal. Pitch is low. 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That is in there for a strike. 1-1. Preister gets his lead off of first. Here's the pitch from Voss. Laced down the third baseline. Fielded cleanly over there. Over to second for the first out. No relay over to second, so they do get the lead runner. As Nygren reaches on a fielder's choice. Nice play at third by third baseman Joe Anderson. So that brings up the top of the order and shortstop Connor Peterson.
Top of the lineup, number 1, Connor Peterson.
Peterson hit a double his first time up to straight center field. There's a throw over to first. Nygren's back in time. Peterson thought about bunting, but pulls back, and that is a stolen base as the ball did get past Watkins. Nygren didn't realize it got past the catcher, otherwise probably could have rounded second, but he is at second now with 2 down. That first pitch was a ball, 1-0. Two and 0. That pitch is a little high out of the zone, 3-0. So now with 2 down and a runner on second, count is 3-0 to Connor Peterson. Nygren gets his lead. Voss comes set, comes home. That's in for a strike, 3-1. On deck, center fielder Mikey Robe. Voss looks back at second. Nygren with a healthy lead. That one's laced down the right field line. And that will be caught out there in right field by Jace Adams. So in the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 runner left on. We'll head to the bottom of the second. Vermillion leading 1-0. We'll be back with more Tanager Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new home for your family, you want to sell your existing home, or you're a student looking to rent an apartment, Dakota Realty and Property Management can fit your needs. Being locally owned and with over 150 years of combined experience, they are the experts at helping you find your new home. Go to Dakota Realty and Property Management because they like what they do. Dakota Realty is a proud supporter of Vermillion Athletics. Dakota Realty and Property Management, located at 125 East Cherry Street, Vermillion.
With First Bank in South Dakota was the easy part, earning the confidence of local farmers, helping families account for their dreams, and securing the future for countless businesses took us a little longer. We owe it to the hard workers, big dreamers, and forward thinkers out there. Thank you for making South Dakota a great place to call home.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too for future employment. No experience necessary. We will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
Welcome back to the bottom half of the second inning. Batting for Beresford, Alcester-Hudson, Ian Henderson, second baseman. Fouled the first pitch off, 0-1. That one's laced into right center field. Racing over, and making the catch for Vermillion is right fielder. Somebody.
Off the bat, third baseman, number 12, Joe Anderson.
Brings up third baseman Joe Anderson. First pitch in for a strike, 0-1. Ball 1-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, 1-2. Ball 2-2. Evens the count. Here's the 2-2 pitch. As that one's lifted over to shortstop, and that is a quick one for Connor Peterson. So 2 up, 2 down. Brings up pitcher Kason Voss. As Haig is a quick worker out there. That pitch is low and outside, 1-0. That is high, 2-0. Haig with the windup. Ball 3, 3-0. Haig looking to have a 1-2-3 inning. Voss looking to extend it here with maybe a walk or a hit. And that pitch is low in the dirt. Voss is aboard with a base on balls.
Bat number 42, Jax Worth.
Brings up number 42, Jax Worth. So Ben Seeley in to run. First pitch to Worth is a strike, 0-1. Seeley with a short lead off of first. That one's grounded down to third, over to Carter Hansen. Makes the play. Here's the throw over to first. And he is safe at first.
Save at first. Now off the bat, top of the lineup, number 2-1, Ashton Overly.
So now runners at first and second. That is Beresford Alcester-Hudson's second hit of the game. Brings up the top of the order, and Ashton Oberly, shortstop, who singled in the bottom half of the first inning. That pitch is in for a strike, 0-1. So 2 on, 2 down here in the bottom half of the second. Count is 0-1. Count is 0-2. That ball is knocked right in front of the home plate. There's a throw over to first. Not in time. Not getting a ton on it, but just good hustle from Beresford, Alcester-Hudson. So now runners on every base. That was the third hit of the game for Beresford. This coach does head out there for Vermillion to talk to Tate. Batting for Beresford, Alcester-Hudson will be catcher Robert Watkins. On deck, left fielder Jax Fickbaum. Haig is up to 38 pitches now on the game. Meeting on the mound is over. As Watkins steps into the box. Bases are loaded. But Haig will just focus on the batter. Here's the windup. That is high, 1-0. Good job by Nygren, making sure not to let that one get past him. That one's in for a strike, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases loaded here in the bottom half of the second. Vermillion leads 1-0. That one's in the dirt. Another nice job by Nygren getting in front of that one. 2-1. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Haig to Robert Watkins. That one's grounded right back to short. Over to first, and that gets past the first baseman. 1 run's in. 2 runs in, and we'll have runners at the corners
2-run score for the Watkins.
on the error.
On the Watkins single.
On the single.
Number 7, Jax Fickbaum.
On the single. So that makes it 2-1 in favor of Beresford, Alcester-Hudson. With all the moisture, I think the ball just isn't moving very quickly through the infield, and that's what every hit has been as an infielder. That one's laced into the outfield, though. Going back is Rohrig, and that is over his head. 1 run scores, and that'll be runners at second and third on the double by Fickbaum. Makes the score 3-1.
Off the bat, number 32, right fielder, Jace Adams.
So that brings up right fielder Jace Adams. He walked his first time up. Swing and a miss from Adams. Strike 1, 0-1. Fouled back, 0-2. So 3 runs have come across on 4 hits, 1 walk. After a quick first 2 outs of this inning. Haig's hitting a bit of a wall. Here's the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So that'll do it in the bottom half of the second for Beresford, Alcester-Hudson. But in the inning, 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors. There were 2 left on. At the end of 2, it's Vermillion 1, Beresford, Alcester-Hudson 3. We'll be back with more Tanagers baseball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank after this.
Interior technicians.
I'm ready for my big role, Jerry.
What do you mean?
You said I'd be in your next 30 commercials.
No. I said Intech has over 30 years of commercial cleaning experience. You know, like offices, so they can ensure happy visitors and a healthy workforce.
So the shoot's in an office? I can make that work.
Oh my goodness. When you need it clean, call the Intech team.
New Knutson Family Dentistry in Vermillion, they strive to provide the highest quality patient-centered dental care in a friendly, relaxing atmosphere. Knutson Family Dentistry works hard to provide the best cosmetic, general, and emergency dental treatment in the area. With over 50 years of combined dental experience, the latest dental technology, and a professional and compassionate staff, they're your top choice for dental care. Call for an appointment at 605-857-8008. Knutson Family Dentistry of Vermillion.
Eliminate the wait when your furnace and AC needs repair by joining Larry's Heating and Cooling, Comfort Care, and Elite Care Club. Larry's Comfort Care Club features seasonal maintenance discounts on service and no overtime charges. Larry's Elite Club includes seasonal maintenance, free parts, free labor, free service calls, and both mean you are in front of the line for service. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling and sign up for the Comfort Care or Elite Care Club. Larry's Heating and Cooling, Yankton and Vermillion.
All right, we are back with the top half of the third inning as Vermillion comes up with Mikey Robe, Tate Haig, and Trey Hansen now trailing 3-1. First pitch to Robe is a ball, though, 1-0. Kason Voss still in there for Beresford, Alcester-Hudson. That one's lifted just over second base. Oh, the shortstop couldn't quite get to it. Oh, he made a valiant effort, though. Holy moly. So that is a single for Robe. That brings up pitcher Tate Haig. Haig looking to help his own cause here. But man, shortstop Oberle, maybe less than a foot away from that. That thing was right over second base into the outfield almost. Doesn't get much closer than that. That brings up Tate Haig. He walked his first time up. Pitch is high. Here's the throw down to second, and that is going to get him. Robe is out. Robe is out on the steal attempt. First pitch to Haig was a ball, 1-0. Fouled off. That moves the count to 1-1. Pitch is high, 2-1. Ball 3-1. That is ball 4. Haig will head down to first.
Up to bat, number 2, Trey Hansen.
So Trey Hansen comes up after Haig is aboard on a walk with 1 down. So 1 down, 1 on. There's a throw over to first. Not in time. Hansen sacrificed in the first inning. Ooh, that one's laced down the third base line. Foul by just a couple feet. Makes the count 0-1. Voss looks in, comes set. Here's the delivery. Haig is down to second with a stolen base. Got a great jump on that one. That was strike 2, 0-2. So Vermillion looking to hopefully cut into that 2-run Beresford Alcester-Hudson lead. Here's the pitch. That is hit down the third baseline. Again, slow. And Hansen makes it down to first. And again, with this soft, moist infield, I don't know that he would have even had the play. So you have runners at first and third. So runners at first and third meeting on the mound. So we'll take a quick break. You're watching Tanagers Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
You are self-motivated, accountable, and eager to learn new skills. We'd love to talk to you about a rock star career. Masaba in Vermillion is hiring full and part-time manufacturing positions for the rock industry. Masaba provides comprehensive training in a clean, safe, and state-of-the-art facility. Masaba offers competitive wages, a fun and interesting work environment and culture. Join our team of rock stars. Visit masabainc.com to learn more.
Now batting for Vermillion, number 35, Carter Hansen, with the runners on first and third and one down here in the top half of the third inning. That pitch is outside, 1-0. That pitch does bounce back, bounce to the catcher. Trey Hansen is able to advance to second on that, as that is ball 2, 2-0. So now runners at second and third. 2-0 count to Carter. That ball is laced down the third baseline. Nice play there. Throw over to first to get him. That'll be a sacrifice for Carter, as that will score a run, but nice play at third to get the out. So one run does score. And Trey Hansen moves over to third. Scores now 3-2 with 2 outs, as that brings up Connor Rohrig. So now Carter Hansen has yet to have an official at-bat. He is sacrificed on that one, walked in his first at-bat. First pitch to Connor Rohrig is a strike. Rohrig struck out looking, disagreed with the umpire on that one on his first at-bat. Here's the pitch. That's hit. Boy, in between third and short, fielded well there. Throw on the run, and nice play to get him at first base, and it took every bit of that. So for a 6-3 putout in the inning, 1 run. There were 2 hits, no errors at the end of 2.5. It's Beresford, Alcester-Hudson 3, Vermillion 2. And we'll be back after these messages. You're watching Tanager Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Nice.
Maytag appreciates a compliment, but this Maytag washer isn't just eye candy.
Wow.
Inside, it's got the capacity and power to handle even the mightiest loads.
I love this.
Yeah, she's a beaut.
It's a he.
How do you know?
Don't worry about it.
Find Maytag products and the industry's best appliances at your local dealer. Murph's Appliance, downtown Vermillion.
Your crew is craving Pizza Ranch? It's easy to order online at pizzaranch.com. Online ordering makes it fast and easy to order craveable crispy ranch chicken or build your favorite pizza exactly how you like it. And now, for even more convenience, place your favorite order with just one tap. So when you're craving pizza or the country's best chicken, go to PizzaRanch.com and start your order. For craveable food and convenient online ordering, there's so much to love at Pizza Ranch.
Welcome back to Tanager Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. We head into the bottom half of the third inning with Vermillion trailing Beresford Alcester-Hudson 3-2. Batting this inning for BAH is Dom Van Egden, Ian Henderson, and Joe Anderson. Still pitching for Vermillion, Tate Haig. First pitch to Van Egden is a ball, 1-0. Inside, 2-0. That's in for a strike, 2-1. That's in for a strike, evens the count at 2-2. Again, Ian Henderson on deck. Van Egden struck out in his first at-bat. That's in for a strike 3. So one up, one down. Brings up number 5, second baseman Ian Henderson on deck. Third baseman Joe Anderson. That's in for a strike. 0-1. Strike 2, 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Haig. That is high, 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That's in for strike 3.
Off the bat, number 12, third baseman Joe Anderson.
So that brings up third baseman Joe Anderson now with 2 down. Now in the last inning, Haig got the first 2 batters down in order, and then it went a walk, single, double, strikeout. So he's looking to take care of business in this inning. First pitch is a ball, 1-0 to Anderson on deck. Pitcher Kason Voss. Pitch is lifted high in the air. It'll stay in the infield. Haig gets underneath it, got a little behind him, but he did catch it. So 3 up, 3 down in that inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. At the end of 3, Vermillion trails Beresford Alcester-Hudson by a score of 3-2. We'll be back with more after this message from our Vermillion sportscasters. This is Tanager Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
The Perks card from Pump and Pack? Well, guess what? There's an addition, not just a card, it's an app. The Pump and Perks app and the Pump and Perks card from Pump and Pack, Vermillion. Just go to their Facebook page, Pump and Pack, and scan the QR code and you're in. Or go to the store, Pump and Pack, and get the card. Then download the app. Each one does the same thing. Like give you 5 cents off per gallon every day, except for Sunday, it's doubled with the Perks card from Pump and Pack, Vermillion.
Welcome to Runnings in Vermillion. Shop their great lineup of clothes for women. Names like Ariat and Carhartt for men. Boots and shoes and kids' clothing. Runnings has a large supply of animal food and accessories. Love the outdoors? See the selection of ammo, firearms, and fishing equipment. For everything you need, walk through the doors at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store, Vermillion.
Welcome back to Tanager Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher. You're watching Vermillion streaming on YouTube. And batting this inning for Vermillion
At number 7, kicking it off with Tanagers, Jack Moskowitz.
will be Jack Moskowitz, Carson Preister, and Nolan Nygren. First pitch is a ball to Moskowitz, 1-0. Moskowitz struck out looking in the second inning. A little low, 2-0. Outside, 3-0. So Voss looks in, comes set. Here's the pitch. Ball 4-0, which means a base on balls. I don't know why I have a habit of saying 4-0, and that is not a thing. So here's a runner on first now in the form of Moskowitz. Brings up designated hitter Carson Preister. So Voss always works from the stretch, comes set, comes home, and is outside. So that is 5 straight balls to start this fourth inning for Voss. And Voss is currently at 64 pitches on the night. That ball is bunted back to the pitcher. Preister, ooh, that is a hustle play. That'll be a sacrifice. Nice job by Voss to get that over there. As Moskowitz is now on second. Vermillion looking to play for that 1 run, getting everything back to even. So now 1 down for catcher Nolan Nygren. Nolan reached on a fielder's choice in the second inning. Then on deck, top of the order, shortstop Connor Peterson. Here's the pitch from Voss. That is laced between short and third into left field. Moskowitz will be at third. Runners at the corners. Sorry, I thought I had my mute button there when I coughed. I apologize for that. That's awful. So now that is the third hit of the game for Vermillion. Runners at first and third. Brings up the top of the order, and Connor Peterson. He flew out to right field in the second inning. A nice shot to right field, but right fielder Jace Adams made a nice play on it out there, and he doubled in the first. That pitch is high, 1-0. Tell you, this is a beautiful park here in Beresford, and you got birds flying overhead. Grass is green. You just can't. Yeah, I don't know. This is something about it tonight. It's wonderful. So count is 1-0. As there was a little bit of a meeting on the mound to Peterson. Moskowitz on third. Nygren on first. 1 down. That pitch is high, 2-0. We're in the top of the fourth inning. Vermillion trails 3-2. That pitch is out of the zone, 3-0. Get on deck, center fielder Mikey Robe. Singled in the third, grounded to third in the first. Here's a 3-0 pitch. That is high. That will load the bases. A base on balls for Connor Peterson. So Vermillion has 3 hits, but they've also been on board 6 times now with walks. So it looks like maybe we're seeing a pitching change. I'm not quite sure. So we're going to take a quick break here on Vermillion Streaming. Vermillion Baseball brought to you by First Dakota. National Bank Vermillion trails 3-2, but they have the bases loaded with 1 down.
Sherco in Vermillion is a full-service service center. Sherco LLC is an industry-leading supplier of tarp systems to the transportation industry and is located in Vermillion, South Dakota. Sherco Vermillion supports their customers in the agricultural, construction, waste, and flatbed markets. Become a part of the Sherco team. Go to sure-co.com. Demand Sherco.
All right, after a meeting on the mound, not having a pitching change. So center fielder Mikey Robe is up to bat on deck. Pitcher Tate Haig with the bases loaded. One down here in the top half of the fourth inning. Case and Voss still in there. First pitch in for a strike to Mikey Robe. 0-1. Little outside, 1-1. So again, Moskowitz on third, Nygren on second, Peterson on first. That ball is laced into left field. That will drop. Gets past the left fielder. One runs in. Nygren will come around to score. And that is a... Mikey Robe will end up on second.
2-run score for the Tanagers.
Peterson on third as Moskowitz and Nygren both come around to score. Vermillion has taken back the lead, now 4-3 here in the top half of the fourth inning. So Robe on second, Peterson on third, Tate Haig, the pitcher, at bat. First pitch to Haig is high, 1-0. Swing and a miss from Haig. Strike one, 1-1. Haven't had too many swings and misses by Vermillion. It's been a lot of called strikes on them. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners on second and third. Voss comes set. Haig at the bat. Here's the pitch. And it's grounded down the third base line. And boy, oh, that's unfortunate. Peterson couldn't get out of the way. It was right down the third base line. There was just nothing he could do. So Peterson is out after being hit by the hit. Robe is still at second. And so Haig is at first. There are now 2 down here in the top half of the fourth inning. Just unfortunate. Peterson, there was nowhere he could go. So runners at first and second now, as the runner will take first, kind of on a fielder's choice, essentially. Brings up Trey Hansen, who has sacrificed in the first, singled in the third. That pitch gets past the catcher, and runners will advance. Now runners at second and third. Robe at third, Haig at second. Ball 1 to Trey Hansen, 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Ooh, must have just been a little outside. 2-0. So Kason Voss, like I said, always operates from the stretch. He has runners on second and third, but 2 down. 2-0 count to Trey Hansen on deck. Carter Hansen. Here's the windup and the pitch. Ooh, that is high. 3-0. So first base is open. So 3-0 pitch. And that'll be a 4-pitch walk for Hansen. That is the 7th walk issued by Voss. Runners at first, second, and third for third baseman Carter Hansen. Hansen has yet to have an official at bat. Walked in the first, hit a sacrifice in the third, and we're having another meeting. And so I do believe there will be a pitching change. And we'll be back with more Vermillion Baseball on Vermillion Streaming on YouTube, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Visit our sleep experts at the Yankton Slumberland. With over 50 mattresses to choose from, we carry every price, free financing options, and the most trusted brands in the nation like Stearns & Foster, Sealy, and Tempur-Pedic. Snoring or lower back pain tormenting you? Seek relief with an adjustable power base. Fall asleep faster and cooler with our sheets and pillow selection. With a 120-night sleep trial, you can't make a mistake. See us today at the Yankton Slumberland, 2401 Broadway.
Get the finest wood in the neighborhood. Down at the lumberyard.
But it's not just wood at the lumberyard. With a wide variety of quality building materials, the folks at the lumberyard can help you with all of your project needs. Whether it be paint, siding, cabinets, windows, or of course lumber, the lumberyard is ready to help. The best wood in the neighborhood at the lumberyard, 1000 West Cherry Street in Vermillion.
You ready to start a career with an exciting team? Thermobond is looking to add to our team of experts. We offer competitive wages, a positive work environment, and on-the-job training. Thermobond is headquartered in Elk Point, South Dakota, and for over 30 years we've been providing lightweight and precast solutions for multiple industries nationwide. Check us out and see if you'd like to start a new career with us today.
Welcome back to Tanager Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. So now pitching. He had been playing third base, Joe Anderson, and moving from designated hitter to third base, looks like Dom Van Egdom. Now at third base. So Carter Hansen, yet to have an official at bat, 1 walk and a sacrifice. And here's the first pitch from Anderson. That is outside, 1-0. So Vermillion has scored 2 runs here in the top half of the fourth to take a 4-3 lead. That pitch is a little outside, I guess. 2-0. On deck, left fielder Connor Rohrig. Three and 0. That'll be a 4-pitch walk, and that will walk in a run. So now it's Carter Hansen at first, Trey Hansen at second, Tate Haig. Not Tate Haig at third. Ryan Chapman at third, running for Tate Haig, and then Mickey Rope comes across to score, making it 5-3. That pitch to Rohrig is in for a strike. So 0-1 to Rohrig. On deck, first baseman Jack Moskowitz. As this is the 9th batter of the inning, 1-1. That pitch is high. That is out of play. 1-2. So the umpire making sure Vermillion knows they need to be in the dugout. So bases loaded, 2 down, 1 ball, 2 strikes to Connor Rohrig. Joe Anderson comes home. That ball is fouled off. Count remains 1-2. Of course, any hit will score some runs. These guys will be on the move as soon as the contact is made or as soon as the pitcher goes. With 2 down. Ball is 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 3 on. That pitch is hit back to Anderson on the mound. And he runs it over to first for a 1-3 putout. But in the inning, 3 runs on 2 hits. There were no errors at the end of 3.5. It's Vermillion 5, Beresford, Alcester-Hudson 3. We'll be back with more Tanager Baseball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on Vermillion, streaming on YouTube.
Todd's Electric, your full-service electrical contracting company. Todd's Electric services residential, commercial, agricultural, and industrial customers. From the simplest service call to the most complex design build project, Todd's Electric has the expertise to do it right. Call Todd's Electric for all your electrical needs. Todd's Electric, helping you control all things electric. Except for lightning. Todd's Electric. Go Tanagers.
Last week, a guy walked into the UPS store in Vermillion. He did not notice the copiers, the printers, the mailboxes, the banners, the posters, not even the business and shipping supplies. It was like he had blinders on. Hi, this is Jay with the UPS store in Vermillion. Many people don't see everything we have to offer when they stop by the UPS store to ship their packages. They miss all the things we have, like printing, designing. We even offer notary services here at the UPS store, located on Cherry Street in Vermillion.
Welcome back to Tanager Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. We head into the We're here for the bottom half of the fourth inning as Vermillion leads 5-3. Here's the first pitch from Haig. As Jacob Cole bats for Beresford Alcester-Hudson, and he hits a single into center field. As he was batting for Kaysen Voss.
Number 42, center fielder, Jack Worth.
Brings up center fielder Jax Worth with a runner on first. Nobody down here in the bottom half of the fourth. First pitch is in for a strike. Haig comes set. Strike 2, 0-2. Worth singled in his first time up in the second inning. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. First out of the inning. It's now with 1 on and 1 out. That brings up the top of the order. And Ashton Oberle. Haig is up to 62 pitches on the game. There's the lead for Cole off of first. Oberle fouls that off, 0-1. That ball is lifted high into the outfield, and that will be a single. Runners advance first and second now. That is the 7th hit of the game for Beresford Alcester-Hudson. So here's Watkins, catcher, batting second. Popped up to the pitcher in the first inning. That is grounded over to short. Unable to field it cleanly. So now bases are loaded for left fielder Jax Fickbaum. On deck, right fielder Jace Adams. First pitch in for a strike, 0-1. Fickbaum doubled in the second, struck out swinging in the first. So bases are loaded with one down. Haig comes home. Swing and a miss for strike two, 0-2. Swing and a miss for strike three. So that'll be the second out of the inning.
Number 32, Jace Adams.
Brings up right fielder, number 32, Jace Adams. Adams walked in the first and struck out in the second. So now bases are loaded. Now two down here in the bottom half of the fourth with Vermillion leading 5-3. Haig winds up, comes home. That's popped foul, 0-1. That is high, 1-1. That pitch is out of the zone as well, 2-1. Bases are loaded. Two down, nowhere to put Adams. On deck, Dom Van Egden, the new third baseman. That ball is laced down just past the glove of Carter Hansen. One run will score. Two runs will score. That went under the glove of Connor Rohrig. So runners now on first and second. As two runs come across, we are knotted back up at 5. So that is the 2 outs. That brings up Dom Van Egden. Egden has struck out swinging in the first and looking in the third. Haig is up to 72 pitches now. Swing and a miss. Strike one, and there's a throw down to first on the steal attempt by Robert Watkins, and they will catch him at third for the third out of the inning. But 2 runs on 3 hits. There was 1 error at the end of 4 innings. Vermillion and Beresford Alcester-Hudson are tied at 5. We'll be back with more in the top half of the 5th. You're watching Vermillion Tanager Baseball on Vermillion Streaming on YouTube, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
In a situation like this, the first thing you do, of course, is make sure everybody's okay. And then you're thinking, you better call your insurance person. No, just call Justin. At Vermillion Auto Works, you see Justin handles all the insurance claims and gives free quotes. Not everybody does the free quote thing anymore, you know. So call Justin at Vermillion Auto Works. He'll take care of the situation. Carrying WeatherTech, Rough Country, and Tuxedo. Vermillion Auto Works.
If you're looking for the perfect fit, Vermillion Vision Care Associates fits like the right pair of glasses. Vision Care Associates has its roots in family eye care, and the doctors are well known for being primary eye care providers. With the ability to treat and diagnose a variety of settings, Vermillion Vision Care Associates is the right fit for you. Plus, they can fit you into a new pair of glasses, sunglasses, or contacts that feel just right. With continuing education, see the best doctors at Vermillion Vision Care Associates.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Baseball on Vermillion Streaming on YouTube. I'm Michael Schumacher. As we head into the fifth inning, we are tied up at 5-5 Vermillion and Beresford, Alcester-Hudson. Vermillion has 4 hits, while Beresford, Alcester-Hudson, they have 8. But Vermillion has the benefit of 7 walks. Pitching right now for Beresford, Alcester-Hudson is Joe Anderson. He came in relief in the bottom half of the 4th inning. And the first pitch to Jack Moskowitz is in for a strike, 0-1. That ball's fouled off, 0-2. I do need to watch Major League. I haven't seen that one in ages. That pitch is a little outside and low, 1-2. Here's the windup from Anderson. Pitch is fouled back. Count remains 1-2. Again, Moskowitz, Preister, and Nygren batting this inning for Vermillion. Ball 2, 2-2. Here's the windup and the pitch. And we have a full count, 3-2 to Jack Moskowitz. All right, here's the payoff pitch from Anderson to Moskowitz. That is laced up the middle, fielded there at short by Oberle. Oberle over to first with a nice play. Oberle plays a nice shortstop. 6-3 put out. That's a third or fourth really nice play on his part out there. First out of the inning. Brings up Carson Preister. So here's the first pitch to Preister. That one's laced on the third baseline, and that will be in for a single for Preister. Will he go for 2? He's going for 2. Slipped out in the outfield in that wet mud, and I'm sure you can see it on camera, all the spray. There's just a ton of water out there, so Preister with the double. As they're taking a towel out to help dry off Fick Bomb out there, I think. No. He's just going to drip dry. So we're in the top half of the 5th inning. 1 down, 1 on for Vermillion, as that was the 5th hit of the game for Vermillion as Preister reached on a double. Brings up catcher Nolan Nygren, reached on a fielder's choice in the 2nd. And a single in the 4th. First pitch from Anderson to Nygren is a ball, 1-0. It's outside, 2-0. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Outside the zone again, 3-0. After Nygren, top of the order with shortstop Connor Peterson. Here's the steal attempt, and Preister will be in. Nope. And Nygren will be aboard with a 4-pitch walk. So runners at first and third. As we now have a meeting on the mound. As Anderson in relief already has up to 22 pitches. Peterson is 1 for 2 on the night. As he walked in the fourth, flew out to right field in the second and doubled in the first. Ended up getting hit by a hit in the fourth inning that caught him off. He was the second out of the inning. So now with runners on first and third, Joe Anderson faces Connor Peterson. Anderson steps off the rubber. Runners retreat back to their bases. Peterson in the box, awaiting the pitch. That's in for a strike, 0-1. So Vermillion looking to retake the lead. Here's a throw over to first. No balls, 1 strike, 1 down. Runners on first and third here in the top half of the 5th inning. That ball is lifted over second base. 1 run will score. Nygren rounds second, and he will come into third. So on the single by Peterson, Nygren reaches third base. Preister comes around to score, making the score 6-3 on the 6th hit of the game for Vermillion. So still with 1 down, that brings up center fielder Mikey Robe. Grounded out to third base in the first and singled in the third and doubled in the fourth. So Robe having a nice night. Robe with the bunt down the first baseline. That is perfect, and there is no play anywhere. And that will get Peterson over to second. Robe bunts for a single. And Nygren comes around to score, giving Vermillion 7 hits and 7 runs. So now with runners at first and second, that brings up pitcher Tate Haig, looking to help his own cause here. 1 down here in the top half of the 5th. That pitch is a little outside the zone. 1-0. So Vermillion was shut out yesterday by Dakota Valley. Fell to them 13-0. Looking to rebound tonight. That pitch is high. 2-0. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. That does get away from the catcher. And Peterson will advance to third. So runners now at first and third with a 2-1 count on Haig. Had the privilege on Wednesday of giving out our Vermillion Sportscasters 5-star streaming scholarships. That pitch is outside, 3-1. Congratulations to William Henry Anderson, who is in track and cross-country athletically, and Chandler Cleveland, who's in just about everything athletically, on being our recipients. And there's a steal attempt. They're getting him in a pickle down at first, but do they throw? And they run him back to first, and Peterson heads back to third. So after all that, everyone's still at first and third. There was no pitch there, so it's 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike. Runners at first and third, 1 down in the top half of the 5th. So they caught Robe off of first, and then they made the play, but then they let him go to second, tried to make a play at home. Peterson too fast, so a run scores, and Robe is at first. So 3-1 pitch. Haig swings and misses. Now a full count, 3-2. Here's the payoff pitch for Anderson. Ball's hit right back up the middle. Unable to field it at second, and so runners will be at first and third.
After that, number 2, Trey Hansen.
Brings up second baseman Trey Hansen, who has sacrificed in the first, singled in the third, and walked in the fourth. Another break in the action, so we'll take a quick timeout on Vermillion Streaming. This is Vermillion Tanager Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Federal Credit Union, we believe in giving back to the community that supports us. That's why our employees make it a priority to volunteer their time and talents to make a difference. Whether it's improving local causes, fighting hunger, or supporting our local zoo, our team is dedicated to making a positive impact in the lives of those around us. We're more than just a financial institution. We're a part of the community, working together to make it a better place for everyone. Your community, your credit union. Voyage Federal Credit Union.
All right, I will do that.
Your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality health care, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
If you want somebody to come into your home and fix everything right the first time, look professional, act professional, treat you with respect, you got to call Kaylin's. When they come in, I feel that they want to be there. I feel that they want to help me.
You know, they put on the little booties over their shoes. They had canvas from the garage door all the way down to walk on. They left the furnace room in the basement probably cleaner than it was when they came in.
They just do customer service very well. I would recommend Kaylin's to anyone.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in South Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the SDHSAA.
Wanting a specialist without leaving town? We've got you covered. Our clinic offers specialists for the health and wellness of your family. From pediatricians to OBGYNs, plus primary care. You can find it all at Vermillion Medical Clinic. So much care, so close to home.
Welcome back to Tanager Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Pitching change. Jax Fickbaum has come in from left field to pitch, and pitcher Joe Anderson has gone out to left field. First pitch to Trey Hansen, hit over to short, fielded there. Good throw over to first. Oh, he is unable to field it cleanly. So now runners will be at first and second, and another run does score, makes it 9-5. That pitch gets past the catcher to Carter Hansen. Ball one, 1-0. Runners advance, now second and third. So again, score is now 9-5 in favor of Vermillion. On deck, left fielder Connor Rohrig. There's a throw over to third, not in time. Pitches inside to Hansen, 2-0. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Count is 2-1. So again, Fickbaum in relief. That ball is grounded back to Fickbaum. Fickbaum over to first for the second out of the inning. Runners remain at second and third.
Off the bat, number 24, Connor Rohrig.
So the 1-3 put out on Hansen brings up left fielder Connor Rohrig. Rohrig struck out looking in the first, grounded to short in the third, and grounded back to the pitcher in the fourth. So Ryan Chapman comes in to run for Tate Haig. Rohrig looking for his first hit of the game. First pitch is a ball, 1-0. Fouled off, 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners on second and third, 2 out here in the top half of the fifth. Vermillion has plated 4 runs. That ball gets past the catcher, and that will advance the runners. 1 run is in as Chapman comes in. And Hansen makes it down to third. The score is now 10-5. 2 balls, 1 strike. This afternoon, USD Coyote women's basketball got recommitments from all of their returning players. They all announced that they were coming back on new coach Carrie Amy. That ball is grounded up the middle. Fielded there by shortstop Ashton Oberly. Again, nice fielding. And Connor grounds out to short for the second time today. In the second straight inning, Vermillion brings all 9 batters up to bat. And Vermillion scores 5 runs on 3 hits. There was 1 error, 2 errors at the end of 4 1/2. Vermillion leads 10-5. We'll be back after these messages from our Vermillion sportscasters on Vermillion Streaming. This is Tanager Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank, and I'm Michael Schumacher.
Safe means you're sort of protecting yourself. My mom and dad told me how to be safe. It's like super duper important. Hold a grown-up's hands. Put a helmet on because you might hurt your head super duper bad.
Protect their future by protecting yours with your local State Farm agent, Dick Sunday. Ready Mix and Equipment is your locally owned and operated ready mix company. The Oshkosh front discharge mixers allow for easy placement of concrete, and with the 6-wheel drive and low-range transfer case, they're nearly unstoppable. More of a do-it-yourself fan? Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment is teaming up with Clark's Rentals in Yankton, bringing you a wide range of hand tools, mini excavators, skid steers, aerial lift equipment, and more to get the job done. Choose Midwest Ready Mix and Equipment for all your concrete needs, and Clark's Rentals, your rental equipment headquarters.
Welcome back to Tanager Baseball on Vermillion, streaming on YouTube. I'm Michael Schumacher on the Midwest Ready Mix scoreboard. Vermillion leads 10-5 as we head into the bottom half of the fifth. Pitching for Vermillion, Tate Haig. His first pitch is to Dom Van Egdom. Fielded cleanly there by shortstop Connor Peterson. Unable to get the not in time with the throw, but we've seen some slick fielding. We've seen some slick fielding out there, both shortstops today. So Van Egdom in with a single. That's Beresford, Alcester-Hudson's 9th hit of the game. That brings up second baseman Ian Henderson. Here's the first pitch to Henderson. As ball 1-0. That ball is laced over to Peterson. Peterson over to second for the first out. Over to first for the double play. Good defense there by Vermillion to get both runners. Now, just like that, 2 down. That brings up left fielder number 12, Joe Anderson, up there with 2 down now. Nobody on here in the bottom half of the fifth. Vermillion leads 10-5. Here's the pitch from Haig. That is lifted high down the left field line. Will anybody get to it? No. Carter Hansen tried. So that is strike one. 0-1. Here's a new baseball with all the moisture out there. So the count is 0-1 to Joe Anderson. On deck, Jacob Cole. Here's Haig's pitch. That is laced into center field. And waiting there to make the catch is center fielder Mikey Robe. So technically ends up being a 1-2-3 inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors after 5. Well, no runs, 1 hit, no errors at the end of 5. Vermillion leads 10-5. We'll be back with the 6th inning here on Vermillion, streaming on YouTube after these messages from our Vermillion sportscasters. This is Tanager Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Blaine Olson, owner of Blaine's Body Shop in Vermillion. I grew up here, graduated here, and now have a business here. I'm proud to serve the community that has helped me live this dream. I have top-notch equipment, the latest in training, along with a work ethic and the desire to serve you. Should you need repairs in the future, please remember Blaine's Body Shop across from Polaris on the Highway 50 bypass in Vermillion.
Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Now online at blainesbodyshop.com.
Need a new set of tires? Look to Carlson's Body Shop in Beresford. How about some accessories like WeatherTech floor mats, access roll-up truck covers, bed liners, remote car starters, and thousands of other products. Hey, you can look at everything at your convenience online too at carlsonsbodyshop.com. No wonder the song says,
Bring it down to Carlson's Body Shop, your complete car care center.
Clay County Abstract and Title Company has a complex job that boils down to something very simple: helping you purchase your dream with confidence. When investing in a new home, a new site for your business, or piece of property, you want peace of mind that the property is truly yours. Clay County Abstract and Title Company has been doing just that since 1946. Clay County Abstract and Title Company, proud supporters of Vermillion activities and proud to be a part of your dreams come true.
Welcome back to Tanager Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Here in the top of the sixth with Vermillion leading 10-5. First pitch from Fickbaum is a ball to Jack Moskowitz. Moskowitz has led off the last two innings. That pitch is high and inside. 1-1. That is the ball. Count is 3-0. There's a 4-pitch walk to Moskowitz. Moskowitz has walked twice. He struck out looking in the second and grounded to short to start the fifth. Brings up designated hitter Carson Preister. Preister has walked, doubled, and hit a sacrifice, so he's 1 for 1. Ryan Chapman running for Jack Moskowitz. All right, Coach Tommy Heisinger talking to the umpire as Ryan Chapman comes in. Ryan Chapman substituting for Jack Moskowitz. So that brings up Carson Preister. There's a throw over to first. Ooh, safe, but not by much. That was close. So again, Jax Fickbaum, the third pitcher for Beresford, Alcester-Hudson. Pitching to Carson Preister. First pitch was not a pitch, it was throw over to first. Comes set, here's the throw home. Bunt attempt by Preister, not in time, but there's a throw down to the first baseline, and Chapman will stay at first. So 0-1 is the count. So 0-1 to Preister. Fickbaum. Preister squares to bunt, looks to bunt. That ball is outside. 1-1. Again, tomorrow we're on 5:30. Vermillion Baseball will be in action. There's a throw down to first, not in time. 2-1. So Vermillion Baseball will be in action tomorrow at around 5:30, and Vermillion Softball will be taking on Madison. So tomorrow it's Freeman Canastota that Vermillion's playing. It might, now they did say it might be played here in Beresford. I'm not quite sure. So there's another throw over to first. Count is 2-1. Zach Spear will be on the call for the Tanager softball. That is fouled off, 2-2. So Vermillion streaming, we will have both Vermillion Baseball And Vermillion softball, Zach Spear again on the call for Vermillion softball. I will be on the call for Vermillion baseball, as we are your home for Vermillion Tanager athletics. And then Sunday, Vermillion baseball will be playing Parkston. That is high and gets past the catcher. Chapman will run down to second. Count is 3-2. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 3.
Strike out for Big Bomb.
So again, then on Sunday at 3 o'clock, Vermillion plays Parkston at 3 and Centerville at 5:30. And we will be there for that as well. So again, Preister strikes out. That ball is fouled off by Nolan Nygren, the catcher. So 0-1 to Nygren. Nygren has singled, walked, and reached on a fielder's choice. That ball gets past the catcher. Chapman will make it down to third. So now 1-1 is the count. Runner on third. Vermillion looking to add to their 10-5 lead here in the top half of the sixth inning. Ball's in the dirt. Count remains 2-1. So again, tomorrow, Vermillion playing the Freeman-Canastota Sticks. Then it's Parkston on Sunday, followed by Centerville for baseball. That ball is laced just past the second baseman into right field. That will score a run on the single by Nolan Nygren. Vermillion's 8th hit of the game, still being out-hit by Beresford, 9-8. So Fickbaum looks in. Vermillion now leads by 6 in the top of the 6th inning. Connor Peterson up to bat. Peterson singled in the 5th, walked in the 4th, doubled in the 1st, and flew out to right field in the 2nd. Fickbaum comes set. That is high, and Nygren will make it down to second. That gets out to center field, but Nygren will stay at second. So 1-0 to Connor Peterson. That pitch is laced over to second, fielded there, over to first for the second out of the inning. That advances Nygren over to third base. So with 2 down and a runner on third, that brings up Mikey Robe. Robe grounded to third in the 1st, singled in the 3rd, doubled in the 4th, and singled in the 5th. So he is 3 for 4 today. There's a throw over to third. Nygren gets in safely. That pitch is lifted down the third baseline. That is going to go foul. But that is caught out there by Joe Anderson. A beautiful play by Anderson that you saw here on Vermillion streaming.
catch by the left fielder, Joe.
That will be it. One run on one hit. There were no errors at the end of 5.5. Vermillion leads 11-5. We'll be back with the bottom half of the 6th inning after these messages on Vermillion streaming on YouTube. This is Tanager Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new home for your family, you want to sell your existing home, or you're a student looking to rent an apartment, Dakota Realty and Property Management can fit your needs. Being locally owned and with over 150 years of combined experience, they are the experts at helping you find your new home. Go to Dakota Realty and Property Management because they like what they do. Dakota Realty is a proud supporter of Vermillion Athletics. Dakota Realty and Property Management, located at 125 East Cherry Street, Vermillion.
The first bank in South Dakota was the easy part, earning the confidence of local farmers, helping families account for their dreams, and securing the future for countless businesses took us a little longer. We owe it to the hard workers, big dreamers, and forward thinkers out there. Thank you for making South Dakota a great place to call home.
Welcome back to Tanager Baseball on Vermillion streaming on YouTube, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. We are here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. As batting for Beresford, Alcester-Hudson, number 3, Jacob Cole. That pitch is a strike, evens the count at 1-1. Tate Haig still in there for Vermillion. Ball 2-1. That is 79 pitches, 80 pitches for Haig. That's in for a strike. 2-2. Here's the windup and the pitch. That is outside. Full count on Jacob Cole. On deck for Beresford is Jax Worth. And then the top of the order in Ashton Oberle. Ball is lifted into right field, and that will be a single. That is the 10th hit of the game for Beresford. Alcester-Hudson brings up center fielder Jax Worth. Worth singled in the 2nd and struck out swinging in the 4th. Pitch is high, 1-0. Ball is low, 2-0. That is high, 3-0. Second straight batter that Haig has gone to three balls on. On deck, Ashton Oberle. Haig comes set. Here's the pitch. That is in for a strike. 3-1. So we're in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Vermillion leads 11-5. No outs. One runner on. 3-1 count. Fouled off. Count moves to 3-2. Second straight full count for Haig. Haig comes set. Throws over to first. Not in time. Here's Haig on the rubber. Comes set again. Here's the delivery, and that is ball 4. Now runners at first and second.
Off the bat, top of the lineup, number 21, Ashton Oberly.
Beresford, Alcester-Hudson looking to get something going here. Oberly singles in the first, second, and fourth innings. On deck, Robert Watkins. Pitches inside, 1-0. That drops in front of the plate, 2-0. Wonder if Heisinger will look at maybe making a pitching change, and here comes Heisinger. So we'll take a break as well here on Vermillion Streaming on YouTube. This is Tanager Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too for future employment. No experience necessary. We will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
So Haig stays out there. There's a throw over to first, and they get him. They get him at first on the pickoff play. For the first out of the inning. Officials are discussing it. They're still going to call him out. So Worth is out at first. So now with 1 down and a runner on second, count is 2-0 to Ashton Oberly. That is ball 3, 3-1. That ball is lifted high and foul. Third straight full count for Tate Haig. As Jacob Cole is at second, 1 down on a pickoff play at first. Robert Watkins on deck. Ashton Oberly at bat. Here's the payoff pitch from Haig. That is ball 4. That is his second straight walk. Put runners at first and second again.
Off the bat, number 24, Robert Watkins.
Brings up Robert Watkins, catcher. Watkins popped up to the pitcher in the first, singled in the second, and reached on an error in the fourth. That ball is grounded to short. Over to second for the second out of the inning. So Watkins. What? They're going to call runner interference. So 2 outs on the play. And that will end the sixth inning for Beresford, Alcester-Hudson. Wow, I did not see that. So now we head to the top of the seventh with Vermillion leading 11-5. We'll be back with more on Vermillion streaming on YouTube, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Interior technicians.
I'm ready for my big role, Jerry.
What do you mean?
You said I'd be in your next 30 commercials.
No. I said Intech has over 30 years of commercial cleaning experience. You know, like offices, so they can ensure happy visitors and a healthy workforce.
So the shoot's in an office? I can make that work.
Oh my goodness. When you need it clean, call the Intech team.
Knutson Family Dentistry in Vermillion, they strive to provide the highest quality patient-centered dental care in a friendly, relaxing atmosphere. Knutson Family Dentistry works hard to provide the best cosmetic, general, and emergency dental treatment in the area. With over 50 years of combined dental experience, the latest dental technology, and a professional and compassionate staff, they're your top choice for dental care. Call for an appointment at 605-857-8008. Knutson Family Dentistry of Vermillion.
The wait when your furnace and AC needs repair by joining Larry's Heating and Cooling Comfort Care and Elite Care Club. Larry's Comfort Care Club features seasonal maintenance discounts on service and no overtime charges. Larry's Elite Club includes seasonal maintenance, free parts, free labor, free service calls, and both mean you are in front of the line for service. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling and sign up for the Comfort Care or Elite Care Club. Larry's Heating and Cooling, Yankton and Vermillion.
Welcome back to Tanager Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. We're in the top of the seventh inning now, leading off for Vermillion. It's number 12, pitcher Tate Haig, swing and a miss, 0-1. Just discussing that bottom half of the sixth and unfortunate out calls. I mean, I know they're judgment calls, but ideally, realistically, could have had bases loaded, nobody out. All of a sudden turns around, you have 3 outs in a matter of a few pitches. That's a tough one. So 1-1 is the count here in the top half of the seventh. I think you still have 2 outs up there. That ball is lifted high, and that will be out of play. 1-2 is the count. So BAH really had something going there in the bottom half of the sixth, and just a couple of calls really went against them. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Strikeout, Fickbaum.
So Fickbaum strikes out the first batter in Tate Haig. That'll bring up Trey Hansen, second baseman, who has a sacrifice in the first, singled in the third, walked in the fourth, and reached on an error in the fifth. So first pitch to Hansen is a ball, 1-0. High, ball 2, 2-0. Here's the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1, 2-1. A reminder, from 4 until 7 on Thursday, there will be a fundraiser at Runza for Miles Kraske, the para-Olympian, senior in Yankton High School. So anything, 15% of everything they take in, drive up, drive through, carry out, in-house, will go towards Miles and his travel to the Olympics for para-Olympians. So Miles is a student manager for basketball, football, baseball, but he is a badminton player and has made the Olympics, first one. And there is ball 4, and Hansen is aboard. So if you're able to make it to Runza on Thursday, 15% will go to Miles Kraske. That'll bring up Carter Hansen. Carter, third baseman, walked in the first, sacrificed in the third, walked in the fourth, and ground back to the pitcher in the fifth. Here's Fickbaum. That ball is grounded up the middle. Oberle fields it, steps on second, over to first for a sweet, sweet double play by Oberle, and that's the third out of the inning. So that's just honestly a 6-3 double play. So in the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on at the end of 6.5. It's Vermillion 11, Beresford, Alcester-Hudson 5. We'll be back for the bottom half of the seventh inning. After these messages on Vermillion streaming on YouTube, this is Vermillion Tanager Baseball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher.
You are self-motivated, accountable, and eager to learn new skills. We'd love to talk to you about a rock star career. Masaba in Vermillion is hiring full and part-time manufacturing positions for the rock industry. Masaba provides comprehensive training in a clean, safe, and state-of-the-art facility. Masaba offers competitive wages, a fun and interesting work environment and culture. Join our team of rock stars. Visit masabainc.com to learn more.
Nice.
Maytag appreciates a compliment, but this Maytag washer isn't just eye candy.
Wow.
Inside, it's got the capacity and power to handle even the mightiest loads.
I love this.
Yeah, she's a beaut.
It's a he.
How do you know?
Don't worry about it.
Find Maytag products and the industry's best appliances at your local dealer. Murph's Appliance, downtown Vermillion.
Your crew is craving Pizza Ranch? It's easy to order online at pizzaranch.com. Online ordering makes it fast and easy to order craveable crispy ranch chicken or build your favorite pizza exactly how you like it. And now, for even more convenience, place your favorite order with just one tap. So when you're craving pizza or the country's best chicken, go to pizzaranch.com and start your order. For craveable food and convenient online ordering, there's so much to love at Pizza Ranch.
And we are back in Beresford for the bottom half of the seventh inning. Vermillion leads 11-5. Now, there is a new pitcher for Vermillion. I believe it is Connor Peterson. Yes, Connor Peterson is now pitching for Vermillion. And the first pitch to Jax Fickbaum is a strike. 0-1. That ball is grounded down to third, fielded there. Here's the throw over to first, in time. Nice play there by Carter Hansen. We've seen some nice fielding out there for both sides. So yes, Tate Haig has moved to second. Trey Hansen has moved from second to short, and shortstop Connor Peterson is now pitching. Oh, he can't have his sleeve on because it's not proper color. So one down, and that brings up Jace Adams, the right fielder who has walked, struck out, and singled. I was just talking here, and the shortstop is just a freshman for Beresford Alcester-Hudson, who is 3 for 3 with a walk and some, at least half a dozen slick fielding plays at short. So player to watch. In Ashton Oberle, first pitch to Adams is a ball, 1-0. Also the quarterback for the football team. So that ball is grounded up the middle. Trey Hansen fields that over to first and not able to make the play. And so that is a single for Jace Adams, first runner of the inning for Beresford Alcester-Hudson. That is their 11th hit of the game. Now there's a conversation between the officials. So Jace Adams at first. That brings up Dom Van Egden, number 77, now playing third base. So now there's a discussion going on. All right, we'll take a quick break here on Vermillion Streaming on YouTube. We are here in the bottom half of the 7th. We'll be right back.
The Perks card from Pump and Pack? Well, guess what? There's an addition, not just a card, it's an app. The Pump and Perks app and the Pump and Perks card from Pump and Pack, Vermillion. Just go to their Facebook page, Pump and Pack, and scan the QR code and you're in. Or go to the store, Pump and Pack, and get the card. Then download the app. Each one does the same thing. Like give you 5 cents off per gallon every day, except for Sunday, it's doubled with the Perks card from Pump and Pack, Vermillion.
Now batting Dom Van Egdem. Here's a throw over to first, not in time. So 1 down, 1 on. No count on Van Egdem. On deck, Ian Henderson, second baseman. Pitch is low, 1-0. That ball is laced out into center field. Coming in and making the play out there for Vermillion is Mike. Oh, and doubled off of first is Jace Adams. So that is a 7-3 double play. And that will end the game. No runs, 1 hit. No errors, and in the game, Vermillion wins 11-5. Vermillion scores 11 runs on 8 hits, 1 error. Beresford Alcester-Hudson with 5 runs on 11 hits, 2 errors. In was a really nice matchup. Just one big inning for Vermillion really did it in for Beresford Alcester-Hudson. Some great defense out there, great defensive play out in left field earlier. And Oberle at short with some nice plays for Beresford. Vermillion. Connor Peterson with some nice plays out there. And so a good matchup. Again, we will have baseball tomorrow at 5:30. I'll be calling the game as Vermillion will take on the Freeman Canastota Sticks. Then on Sunday, the doubleheader between Vermillion and Parkson, then Vermillion and Centerville. All right, well, that's going to do it for me from Vermillion, from Beresford. I'm Michael Schumacher. This has been Vermillion Tanager Baseball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. We will talk to you tomorrow.